Good evening, campers. A happy Saturday to you all. I hope you had some fun, some success, and some excitement on your Saturday. If you're in Australia, let us know how you've got on over the day. If you've had any success, any wins, put them in the comment section below. Let's share in Saturday success stories. I've had a really frustrating day today. Really frustrating. I did the hideous schoolboy error. And this is a lesson for anybody that's trying to do any sort of recorded videos for themselves or anything like that. When you get started on your video making and what have you, make sure that you do a test run of your sound. So do like a minute or two's clip, just testing the sound before you go and record for around about 45 minutes, which is what I did, and fried my brain, and then find out that the wireless mic that I'm using is cutting off half of my sound. So, yeah, found that out after the event, after I'd got through the stuff that I wanted to get done. So, yeah, frustrating is an understatement. So, yeah, Anyway, put your scores on the doors, my friends. Let us check out everybody's Saturday out of 10. Give us your rating in the comment section below. Let us know how you flow, and let's see how we are doing. Michael Wood, I think Arsenal may win the Premier League. Mate, you're getting way too ahead of yourself there. We're really ahead of yourself. I'll be interested to see. This is Ask Andy Anything, by the way, so you can literally ask me whatever it is that you want. We've got a couple of questions coming. So, Michael, will Arsenal win the Premier League? I really can't see it happening. I think they'll be a lot closer this time. I think they'll qualify for the Champions League. Don't know who it will be at the expense of, though. Could be Liverpool. I really don't think that they have done enough in their transfer activity, but there's still time to make up for it. Rob, shit day for opens. Okie dokie. What? Didn't have many come through. That's not ideal. So what's your strategy moving forward to make sure it doesn't happen again, my friends? What is your strategy? Cameron, 8.5, domestic god. Good on you, sir. Good on you. I want to hear some real good positive stuff, gang. I need to be lifted by your spirits, having really pulsed up the technology that when I was trying to do some video work. God, that's really annoyed me. I'm looking at the kit now and it's still frustrating the shit out of me. Such a schoolboy error. Anyway, so gang, keep posting your scores on the doors. Let us know how you go, and please share some success stories wherever you are around the country. If you've had some success in regional Vic, across the state, in New South Wales, we'll go through some auction scores in a minute. And there's been some really big weekends from some of the other states, which is amazing to see. Just another quick shout out on behalf of Chris Hanley, Sarah Bell, the Rise Conference. I'm not a part of it, right? So I'm just putting this out there as something that I believe you should be doing. riseconference.com.au/RiseX. It is a 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. I think on the 6th of October. I think it's like $35 a ticket, unless you already bought a ticket to Rise and then it's free. But gang, it's well worth $35 of your and a morning of your time on October 6th. Some really good speakers, and there's a leadership session afterwards for leaders and CEOs and stuff like that as well. And Jeff Kennett is launching the mental health app as well, so Real Care, which is an incredible thing. So good job, well done, and an amazing effort. Goes without saying to Chris Hanley and all of the guys that have been involved with that. So Sam, welcome, Sam. Buyer's advocate. After 1 month and 16 days, I bought a property for a client this week. Yay! Well done, Sam. Good work. Very well done. Get up. That's what we want to hear. Good stuff like that. That's really good to hear. Very, very well done. Let us know how you did that. Did you do that with a sight unseen, or was it regional? Add some colour to that for us, please, if you can, in the comment section. That'd be really, really cool of you. But congratulations, Sam. That's a fabulous effort, because buyers advocates are really. I know a few. I know another one now. Are that it's a really tough patch for you guys, it has to be said. So, as much as it is everybody else's. Righty ho, gang. Let us go through some scores on the doors for Saturday. I'll have them ticking along the bottom of the screen there. Victoria, 90%. Apparently, they had 10 auctions, 711 private sales. Well done. New South Wales, 78%. Good improvement, and 1,612 sales across the week. A brilliant improvement from Queensland, 70%. And a good result on the private sales side of things, 1,100 plus sales for Queensland. So good for them. Well done. And a marked improvement on the auction side. So good job, gang. Very, very good effort there. South Australia, 76%. Again, a good score, and a slight improvement on the sales side, on the volume side. Western Australia, another good little improvement on the sales side. ACT have got some of the best. They must have some of the best auction campaigners and auctioneers in the country. They must have some of the most well drilled. I mean, I know that they don't have as big a volume. Of course they don't. But to get 96%, is it 96% in with however many results is an incredible effort. So seriously, hats off to the ACT. They're really showing us the way in terms of how it can be done. Northern Territory. Only had the 12 sales. Tasmania, another notch up with 169 private sales. So well done to you guys as well. Western Australia, again, another slight improvement on their private sale numbers. So good job over there on the west side of the country. There's some real encouragement there, gang, across the board, right? There really, really is. Like I said, ACT are just guns. And then, New South Wales are drifting up with their numbers. 1,612 sales is another improvement on last week. Just reiterating the sentiment from Liam Pilkington, who's the REI NSW president. She's seeing marked improvements on the northern beaches, in regional areas, outer suburbia, which is phenomenal. And that's not a bad thing, right? Because we're all whinging and moaning about overpopulation in the city anyway. So just spreading it out a little bit is only going to help us in the long run. So for so many reasons, that's a good thing. So well done to my brothers and sisters up in New South Wales. In Queensland, back on form. Good to see a solid 70% clearance rate for you guys. Sam, Metro, and first and last inspection, August the 5th. Long, Jesus, that is a long negotiation. That is a really long negotiation. Wowee, that is persistence right there. Congratulations to you. That's hats off sort of stuff. Wowee, that is a long negotiation. Made to feel even longer by the fact that we're stuck at home, right? I bet that made it feel so much longer. All right, gang. What questions have you got for me? You can fire any questions you want. Like I said, we've already answered the Arsenal question. Arsenal will not win the Premier League, but I will tip them absolutely for top four. I think the uncertainty around a Bagabang, or however you pronounce him, the fact that he signed his 3-year deal is a brilliant work. I heard a rumor that after the 28th here in Dan Andrew Stan, we might be able to do photos. Is this true? At this stage, there is no truth to that in any way, shape, or form. There's a hell of a lot of pressure now on the powers that be. And what I do know from the halls of the REIV is that financial institutions are getting involved now. The banking sector is getting involved now because, let's face it, real estate is the lifeblood, not just for us agents, but for so many sectors off the back of it, so many sectors. And the volume of people that are really starting to struggle with regards to their housing situation is rising dramatically. Where they're going to get this $3 billion from, I'm not sure, because they ain't going to be able to dip into the stamp duty that's pretty much making up about 30 or 45% or something like that of the state's revenue. Something's going to have to change. I don't know if they can hold on to it for too much longer. Okay. So, look, I'll be honest. it is just a rumor. I keep an eye on tomorrow's conference. My belief, this is just one man's opinion, is that if it's going to change, it'll have to change tomorrow. They won't be able to just do it on a 2-day turnaround or anything like that. It'd have to be at least a week of a lead up to allowing that to happen. So again, that's just like one guy's opinion, Cameron, but I think that's probably going to be the case. So if it's going to happen, it'll happen tomorrow. All right. So don't hold your breath though, because we've seen the form so far. So don't hold your breath, my friend. But look, we can but hope. Right, we can but hope. One thing that I did want to point out, a sector that I think are being royally, I mean, a load of us being royally shafted, right? But I think one sector that is really, I think are bearing the brunt a bit more than a lot. Obviously, you've got the hospitality sector, but the gyms, gymnasiums, and health and fitness clubs and stuff. I must have missed when Dan Andrews said it, but they've extended their closures till like towards the end of November or something, which, wowee. I mean, I know a few gym owners and they are hemorrhaging money because obviously their sites are generally quite big, right? So they've got, I'm hopefully that they would have been able to negotiate some terms on their commercial leases and whatnot, but, equipment and equipment leases and all that sort of jazz, which a lot of them run off, and wowee. Like, so the gyms, if you are a part of a gym or you run a gym or, I think personal training is allowed after next week, which is great. But if you're in ownership of a gym, then, man, I do feel for you. I really, really do. If there's anything in any which way I can help at all, please feel free to give me a call and let us know. Because, yeah, that's really bad that extension got put through. What else have we got through? What else have we got coming through? If it was the Wild West, he'd been run out of town behind a horse on the end of a rope. Mate, I'm bored of getting annoyed. Let's just, the whole conversation, the whole topic of it. It's so easy to carry on about it, but like, and it's not like I don't feel the frustration as well. I would really hope that more and more people are just really focusing on their own ship as best as they possibly can, upskilling where they possibly can. I had an auction training session with Harry Lee yesterday afternoon. We've got the RAIV comp, which is online this year, unfortunately. But as well as that, I need to keep my saw nice and sharp. If things do change with private inspections, it means that online auctions are going to be, back and available and what have you. So I'm constantly doing things to sharpen my saw. I've signed up to a course with David Meltzer, who is an American business guy. Used to run the biggest sports agency in the world at one point out of California. So, I've signed up to one of his courses. Gang, you've really got to be looking at seeing what you can do to stay sharp, but also get even sharper. Very important that you do that, gang, because if you let cobwebs dust around your head, you're going to be struggling. And that's at every single level. I had a conversation with another client of mine. Was that yesterday as well, or a couple of days ago? And he had spoken to one of his team members who said that they were just chilling out and enjoying having the time off and not really worrying about it too much. For whatever reason, they can afford to do that. What they're going to find is they're going to find it so difficult to get back on the saddle and to get going again. They're going to find it so incredibly tough. So please, gang, even if we don't have the changes come through next weekend, you've really got to be gearing yourselves up and getting your minds sharp and on it, because if you don't, it's going to take you a good couple of weeks, a good 2-3 weeks at least, which is going to be a ridiculously busy time. So, my friends, you need to be signing yourselves up to some courses. You need to be reaching out and getting some advice, getting some training done, doing whatever you can to keep the juices flowing. Like I said, I'm no different. Like I said, signed up to a course last week. Did some auctioneering training with Harry over Zoom yesterday. And I had a good yarn to him about a couple of other things as well. Got some business development stuff that I tried to do today, and also some ideas that I've got coming. So you've really got to be staying as focused as you possibly can. As we start to come up the hill, it's all, yes, take time off and understand what the go is and all that sort of jazz, but you can't just keep blaming stuff. You've got to start moving your own world forward now if you're not doing it already. And if you are just sitting there and you're struggling with purpose, so like I said, the client I spoke to the other day, he was really struggling with purpose because he's just lost his way. He's just lost that drive, which is understandable, right? When you sat on your ass for God knows how long. So, gang, if you are struggling with purpose or drive or direction or anything like that, just hit us up. I'm happy to have a chat to you over a Zoom or whenever we can, so that you can regain that spark, because you're gonna bloody well need to fire it up ASAP. The longer you leave it, the harder it's going to be to get going again, and the longer you leave it, the more opportunities you're going to miss when things do crack on once more. All right, gang. So it's a short and sharp one tonight. Not had any questions come through on the comment section, but I just wanted to point that out to everybody's attention, that if you are struggling for purpose, if you're struggling for direction, if you're struggling for that spark to get things moving, then please give us a shout, because you have to get it going like now. Especially if things do change and private inspections do come, like I said, there's nothing to substantiate that that's going to be the case. But if it did, far out, next week's going to be absolute chaos getting stuff organised. The minute that vendors in Metro Melbourne come to realise and understand that they're going to be allowed to do private inspections, they're going to want if they've been waiting to go on the market, they're going to want everything done yesterday. And if you're not organised and on the ball with that, you're going to have some real shitty vendors really quickly, because they're just going to want to know why their thing hasn't sold within a week of that curtain raising. You've got to get yourselves organised, gang. You really, really do. So please, 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 please get that ball rolling again. And if you can't, just give me a shout. Gang, I'm going to love you and leave you to your Saturday night. It's the final weekend of the regular season in both NRL and AFL. Some really pivotal matches coming up. So well done to the Saints for getting back into the top 8 last night. Well done to Penrith Panthers up in the NRL, taking out the minor flag. Well done to those guys too. Let's start talking about normal stuff again and getting all our worlds turning once more. Let's do it, gang. There's a glimmer of hope in the air. I can feel it, right? I don't know whether it's because the weather's getting better or what. I can feel it coming, gang. You should too. And if you can't, again, hit me up. My friends, take care. Look after each other. And most importantly, please stay safe. Stay healthy. Of course, stay happy. Take it easy, my friends.